excited because I can finally do a proper show vlog. So tomorrow Clyde and I are going to do some Working Hunter for the first time since February, and it'll only be our second Working Hunter show of the entire year. So when I started this YouTube account, the whole point on it was to teach people about Working Hunter and showing, because there isn't really any YouTubers out there that do Working Hunter or showing. So I'm really excited that I can finally do some with you. I thought it'd be fun before we went to the actual show to show you how I get ready for a show, because obviously show jumping and eventing and things like that is, you get ready very differently from, and you need very different things from showing and Working Hunter. So unfortunately there's no showing classes at this show, it's just a little Working Hunter show, but there is Working Hunter classes. So we're doing the open M&M large breeds class, which means all large breeds of M&M like Fells, Dales, Highlands, Welshies, Welsh C&Ds, that's like the M&M large breeds. I'm going to be getting Clyde ready all today, and then tomorrow we'll be heading off to the show. Because we're only doing one class, we probably won't be hanging about for that long, which is quite good, because with showing and Working Hunter there is normally a lot of hanging about. But the first thing I need to do is clean my boots because they are absolutely filthy. You would think I hadn't cleaned this in months, but actually I cleaned this 2 days ago. Clyde is so greasy at the moment and he's just getting yuck all over my boots, and I don't know how he's so greasy. Good morning everybody. Today is show day. Just after I finished cleaning my boots yesterday, we got the times out for the show today, and Clyde and I aren't on until 6 PM tonight, so we decided to just leave the rest of the cleaning and stuff till today, so we've got all day now. So Clyde is just about to get hot clothed, and then because we decided not to give him a full bath because he doesn't really need it, and then I'll stick him out to the field and get my tack cleaned. So are you ready to go and get hot clothed? Yes? For any of you that don't really know what hot clothing is, it's basically you get a bucket full of hot water and you put Dettol, a teeny little bit of Dettol in it, and unfortunately we don't have any Dettol left, which is annoying, but it doesn't really matter, so we're just going to use hot water because Clyde's not that dirty anyway, so it's not really a big problem. And I'm going to use this cloth, it's quite a big one, but I'm sure it'll still be fine, I'm sure it'll still work the same, and just kind of wipe it really hard down his body, and then that just kind of gets all the dust and mud off. So I'm excited for tonight. I've never really done Working Hunter at night before. Normally my class is like in the middle of the day or the morning, so I'm not really sure if he'll perform better or not, but it'll be nice to see. Hopefully he'll do well. But here he is here. Here's the champion pony for tonight. Yes, Clyde? Enjoying his hair? Hi Clyde. Be good, don't get injured. Love you. Now I'm going to make Clyde's feed for the night, so if you ever wanted to find out what Clyde gets to eat, now is your chance. So the first thing I'm going to give him is about 1/4 of this bowl of chaff. I'm not really sure what this does to benefit Clyde, to be honest, but it does. But my mum knows all that stuff, so. Then he gets a 1/4 bowl of pony nuts. Then he gets a little bit of salt. Then he gets a cup and a half of top spec feed balancer, which is meant to bring out his top line and give him energy, and it also helps him shine as well, which is really good for him. And I have noticed a benefit in Clyde since we started using this, so I would definitely recommend it.
Then he gets half a carrot, just as a little treat, and he also gets some vegetable oil, just a little bit. We'll give Clyde this food probably around 2 hours before he's actually competing so that he has time to digest it all, and it means that it'll give him a little boost before we ride, but also that means that if we gave him it less than an hour before, he would not go well because he would have just eaten his dinner. So you need to give your horse time once they've eaten their dinner before you ride them. Normally I would do at least an hour before I would ride Clyde after he's had his food, but today, since it's a competition, it'll probably be around 2 hours before that he gets his food. So also he gets water in it, but I'm not going to put water in it now since he's not getting it till tonight. I'm going to get the feed cover and wrap it up, then I'm going to go in and get my breakfast, and then we'll start sorting all the tack.
So obviously turnout is like a huge part of showing. You need to look really good at all times. So I'm going to show you a bit of what I wear for a show so that you just know a bit about it, and if you guys want to try showing or working hunter, you get to know a bit about it. But obviously for different types of horses and classes, it's different show gear, so you'll need to have a look as well. But before I start, I'm also wearing my TheFellPony merch. I don't know if you can see the camera, TheFellPony merch jacket. So there are not any jackets coming out anytime soon, but there will be some sort of clothing coming out very soon. I bought the first lot of it the other day, so that's very exciting. That'll be coming out soon. There are still calendars for sale. If you want to get some calendars, shop at TheFellPonymerch.com. And anyway, let me get started on this. So the first thing is my show shirt. It's actually my mum's because I didn't really need a cream show shirt until I started riding Clyde, so my mum just lent me hers. So it is a little bit baggy, but it doesn't really matter because it's always tucked into my jods anyway. But it's got a little bit there for putting my tie in as well. Then I have my show tie. It's actually also my mum's. It's a Highland Pony Society tie, and obviously Clyde's not a Highland pony, but because of my show jacket being on, you can't see the logo on when my jacket is all done up, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But this colour goes really nicely with my jacket, which is why I use my mum's. These are my cream jodhpurs. I do have a darker cream jods that I prefer, but these ones are alright too. They're from Dublin. That's where I get most of my show jodhpurs from, and they're nice. This is like the light cream colour you can get, but you can also get loads of different shades of cream. But you would wear, I think, cream for most. You would wear cream for all M&M breeds, I think, but you would have to wear white jods for some breeds, so you'll need to check that out. I'm not too sure about that. I've got my two show boots. So these are my long boots. When you're not meant to wear long boots until you're 16, for most breeds I think, but because I'm riding Clyde, I can get away easy with riding in long boots because Clyde looks so much better when I'm riding him in long boots. I'm not really sure why, but I think it just kind of makes him look more showy and bulkier, whereas when I wear jodhpur boots he just doesn't look as good. I don't really know why, but yeah, I wear long boots. I think I could easily get away for being 16, and also it's kind of optional at the same time, but it's more like if you're riding a show pony and you're like 6, you wouldn't ride in long boots, you would ride in jodhpur boots. And jodhpur boots are like very short boots, in case you didn't know. They start about there and then go down. Final thing is my show jacket. It's kind of been unfortunate with this show jacket. I bought this at the start of the year for £150. I saved up so much for it, and then I have worn it once this year because all the shows were cancelled. So luckily it is quite big. Hopefully it will keep fitting me for quite a long time because I really like it and I love the colour of it. But it is a bit unfortunate that I saved up so much to get this and then I can't even wear it very much this year, so it's a bit of a shame, but I still really like it. But this now, because I'm about to go and clean all my tack and everything, I don't want to get all my show stuff dirty, so right now I'm just wearing kind of casual everyday clothes so that these can all stay clean and I won't get changed into these till the end of the day. The last thing I actually forgot, I have, where's it going? Oh, a little matching bauble to wear with my show jacket. It kind of matches nicely the colours. So this one, oops. It doesn't really matter what colour your bauble is, but it's nice for it to be a kind of natural, smart colour that goes with your show jacket, if you know what I mean. So when I do this, I would tie my hair up in a bun, put a hairnet over it all, and then put the bun in after that. So it'll be like that with the bun in. Like that, but much smarter.
But I'm not going to do that this now because it'll be an absolute bomb site by the end of the day. I'm going to go and get my bridle now and give it a clean and put the reins on it because Clyde has a special bridle for working hunter, which I'll show you in a minute. So I'm just about to give Clyde's show bridle a clean now. Clyde is very spoilt. He has not one, not two, but 3 bridles. He's very spoilt. So this one is our working hunter one. We use it just for shows because his everyday bridle is actually black, which doesn't match our saddle, and it's kind of show etiquette to have the same colour of saddle and bridle when you're showing and doing working hunter. So this is for working hunter. It's really smart as well. It's got like the plaited brow band and the plaited reins, which my everyday bridle doesn't have, and it also means it stays in good condition because it's not being used every day. So I'm just giving it a nice cleanness now. It's actually very clean. The reins are a little bit greasy because I used this bridle last weekend for How, and I haven't cleaned it since then because I knew I was going to be cleaning it today, but it won't take long at all to clean compared to my everyday bridle. I've just finished cleaning Clyde's bridle, so for a show we always take his everyday bridle as well as his show bridle just in case of a little emergency, maybe the reins snap or something, so that we've always got a spare. So even though it's not the smartest, it's better than having no bridle and not being able to compete at all. This is Clyde's working hunter saddle. As you can see, it's kind of half synthetic and half leather, which you don't get marked down for at all, and I think it actually looks very smart. So Clyde has a showing saddle and a working hunter saddle, but this is his working hunter saddle and it's also a general purpose saddle, so we use this one every day as well, which is why it's a bit dirtier than most of my saddles, but I'm just going to give this a quick clean. I think you get the gist of how to clean a saddle, so it's basically the same as the bridle except I use a special spray for the synthetic bit, and I'll need to get my stirrups and a girth clean as well because they are a little bit manky. I'm currently about to try and find my brown saddle pad in my sea of saddle pads. I literally had to get a whole extra box because I've got so many. Here it is. This is Clyde's showing saddle pad. He actually has, this is his working hunter one, but I prefer this one. I only use his working hunter one for working hunter when we have showing that day as well and we need a quick changeover of saddles, so we don't need to change the saddle cloths about. So it's just nice plain brown and it's got cut edge so you can't really see it, which means it shows off his body and like the quality of him more so that you can see it better with the outline, and it shows off his shoulder and everything. So I'm just going to stick this on my saddle now, as well as my stirrups and girth that I've just cleaned, and then that'll be his saddle all ready to go. Now I need to get my hat ready. So I've actually only got one hat because I kind of decided, and my mum decided with me, that until my head is fully grown that I would just have one hat at a time, because I don't really see the point in buying a different show hat and everything when I'm just going to outgrow it. So hopefully I'll be getting a proper show hat soon, but for now I just use my Charles Owen skull cap, which is really helpful because I can use it for any discipline, which is why I don't have a fixed peak hat this now, because I wouldn't be able to do cross country in it. So to look smart, I've got my brown hat silk, which is just as acceptable as having a fixed peak hat. There we go, all ready. And I've also got my new Lemieux brown gloves, which are really smart. This is actually going to be the first time I've ever ridden in them because they are for showing and I got them for my birthday in July. So I'll probably wear them for quite a while before so that they've stretched enough, but they're really nice and they're very smart looking, so I'm excited to wear them. They kind of look black in the camera, but they're just dark brown. There's not too much left to do now, you'll be glad to know. One of the final things I had to do was prepare the basket, because for shows where you have to do an in-hand bit, You need a basket for bringing in grooming product, so you can get your pony all cleaned up once you've taken their saddle off and get any sweat marks off, so they're all ready to do the in-hand section. I doubt we're going to need this today because it's an unaffiliated show, so we're just taking it just in case. We just take it to all working hunter shows, but you mainly only need it for affiliated ones. So in the basket there is Lemieux grooming brush, which is my second favourite grooming brush probably. My favourite one's probably my hairy pony one, but I'm just keeping that in my grooming bag this now because I doubt we're going to need this. Then I've got my Haas brush, which is probably my favourite brush. It's really soft on the inside, it's very nice, and it's great for getting the fluff off Clyde. I keep that in a special box because I only ever use it for just before going into the show ring, and I'll probably use it today just before I go in, and it just gets any dust at all off him and gives him a great shine. Then we've got some Pampers baby wipes just in case he gets little sleepy men under his eye or anything like that, and we can get them out with those. And the final thing in the bag is a cloth, because sometimes Clyde is very sweaty after we've done our go round, so he needs a little clean with the cloth. That's pretty much everything ready apart from Clyde and me obviously, so I'm gonna go in and have some lunch and then it'll be time to pack the car. After that we can get Clyde in. I hope this has helped you get to know a bit more about Working Hunter, so now it'll be time to go into the actual show vlog, but hopefully this has helped you out. Hopefully we'll get back to some actual showing soon so you can get to know a bit more about showing, because showing is pretty stressful sometimes. It's a lot of preparation for Working Hunter as well, and it's quite disappointing sometimes because occasionally you can get there and then the judge is best pals with one of the competitors and you just know that you've not got a chance, which can be very disappointing, but it's all part of the sport. Since I last spoke on the camera, I have packed the car, brought Clyde in and he's had his dinner, so now it's time to give him a good brush so that he's nice and clean. Obviously he was hot cloth this morning, but he's still a little bit kind of patchy in places and he needs his mane and tail done, so I'm just going to do that now and then it'll be time to get all his travel stuff on and head off. So again, I completely forgot to do any vlogging at the actual show yesterday, so I apologise for that, but in the end Clyde was really good. I was so proud of him. He did a really nice clear, probably the best we've done this entire year so far, and we ended up getting third, which was a little bit disappointing because even though that is really good, the first and second place people were both friends with the judge, which I thought was a little bit unfair, but that's just workers for you, so it was a win in my eyes. He was so good, and he just wasn't really concentrating in the individual show because obviously he just jumped a course and then literally had to go straight into his individual show, which was a bit rubbish because he had no idea it was time to focus on doing showing now. He thought he was going to go and do some more jumping, but I was so pleased with our jumping round. He absolutely loved it and he pinged every jump. It was a really spooky course for considering what I was expecting. I thought it would be dead easy, but it was not. So I was really proud they got over them all because they were quite spooky. And yeah, it just went really well, so I'm really happy about it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. I know it's been quite a long one, but I hope you enjoyed the longer version. Please excuse this because I literally woke up like 10 minutes ago and thought I would just come out and do the updates now. But thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!